Alright, so we back with another video, man. Marvel Rivals Season 2. Been out for like a week now. I think it's time that we can give y'all an update on the characters, the heroes within the game. Now, we're going to be ranking all of these. Tanks, healers, DPS, all on here. We're going to be ranking them S to F. Y'all do want more of these, like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Further ado, let's hop into it. Hopping into it, bro, let me get the disclaimer out the way. This is going to be kind of, it's not going to be just based off the high. It's going to be based off the low. So it's going to be based off the variance, how easy some of these characters to use, how important or broken they are with like team ups, because I do think some of this stuff is going to get nerfed. But at the time of this is how we're going to be ranking them. First person, Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock, in my opinion, nerfing his soul bond when he already wasn't like one of the best characters in the game. Crazy. I do think that his revive is really such a situational revive. It's not really something you can use to counter. It's really only good for like certain situations. So you can put your team back in the game, but if you put it in the wrong spot, even if you put your team back in the game, you can just get your whole team killed again. So I'ma personally say, bro, they nerfed how like his survivability with like keeping everybody alive. I feel like that was the one thing he was really good at. He was good at keeping people alive, and he had the ability to pretty much revive the entire team. So I'm going to put him personally. We gonna see. I'm gonna put him in C though. I'm gonna put him in C because I do think he still has some good stuff to him where he can do pretty solid damage. 3 healers, you pretty good with a Adam Warlock, especially with the buff to Mantis, but for the most part, nerfing soul bond kind of trolled it a little bit too much to me. Black Panther, I'm gonna be real, in the right hands, Black Panther is really good. I do think that Black Panther is a character that if they buff, this could get really bad for a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie, this could get really bad because right now they call him Tickle Monster. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. If they buff him any, it's gonna be a problem, to be honest. In the right hands, he probably can be one of the more, I mean, I was gonna say one of the more annoying guys, but I'm thinking about it. Spider-Man, Magic, Captain America. I'm gonna be honest, those are probably, let me see. Oh, well, Iron Fist is gonna be like his own little thing, to be honest, because he's like a dive, but at the same time, he's a guy that can really like tank bust now with the buff they gave him. But they also nerfed him a little bit, but to be honest, like, it's really not that significant to me. Black Panther, it does take skill though. He does take skill, but in the right hands, he is very viable. He has one of the weaker ults as well too. I'ma say B. I'm gonna say B for Black Panther. Next is Black Widow. I'm gonna be honest, Black Widow, there was a lot I didn't really fully understand about her the last 2 times I did this. I'm not as blind to it. If you have to team up with Hawkeye, this is a really broken character. On PC, she's really good. But I'm gonna be honest, even still, like, the ult is not bad either. The ult is actually not bad. You can slow people down. You can one-shot some people. It's not an auto one-shot, but you can one-shot some people. You can get a lot of kills with it, even if you don't one-shot. I think it has some viability to her. She got some movement to her, too. She kind of is like the DPS, like, in terms of how she can just sprint non-stop. She kind of has that similar thing that Captain America does, but you can't really do it. She got melee, but I don't think anybody really tries to use that. To be honest, bro, the team-up is really what kind of makes her really good. If you really have a Hawkeye on your team, I do think like she becomes better than Hawkeye, even with the Hawkeye buff. Like, if you have a Hawkeye on your team, Black Widow is better. If it's just like by themselves, Hawkeye's better. So that's where it kind of is weird. I probably rank them in the same tier because of that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna put them in the same tier. I'm gonna put her in the C tier, because I do see the viability. It's just low end when you playing with a normal person or bad. It's not great. It's not great. But if you play with a really good Black Widow, it's very big time, because just the ability to get picks consistently on that character is really high. Hulk probably the most bannable character in the game right now. Like, when you ban Hulk, brother, you pretty much ban the most broken team up in the game, whether it be the Iron Man or the, in my opinion, the more broken part of it, Namor. I'm gonna be honest, Namor with that team up, you can turn him into a dive, you can turn him into a flanker, you can turn him into a protector, you can turn him into a counter dive, you can turn him into a lot of different things, man. Namor is bro, he's pretty much an automatic pick with Hulk. It just is what it is. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Hulk probably is the most bannable character in the game. That probably would put him at the top, though. That's S tier alone off that. And I do think there's some things within Hulk. You play with a Hulk, the survivability that you kind of have on Hulk, if you know what you're doing, it's pretty high. And you can keep your teammates alive too. So I think Hulk is very, very good right now. 100%. Captain America. In my opinion, I seen somebody do a tier list where Venom was better than Hulk, than Captain America. I personally don't agree. I think right now, Captain America, as a dive, is the best dive tank in the game right now. I do think when you think about the fact that Venom and Spider-Man team up, I get that. But I'm not gonna lie, they did nerf Bucky. But I still think I would probably rather a Captain America on my team than Venom. So, where would I put him though? That's tough. Especially now that I learned about if you put the shield at the ground, you pretty much getting an automatic hit. It's a lot of things you can do with Captain America, in my opinion. I do think Venom has a lot of survivability, but it's not as easy to get your picks with Venom as it is with Captain America, in my opinion. But I do think, like, at the top levels, they're both really, really good. It's actually a lot I learned. I learned that Captain America, when you're supposed to do it around your team too, which I kind of don't do ults if I don't have my team around me. So that was just, but I play with people that would use this dude and they would just do it by themselves. You're supposed to do it with your teams. I really do think Captain America ult is like more like a support ult that you get on a tank, which is really, really good in my opinion. That's a tough one, bro. I feel like S should be only like the characters that's really bannable. So I guess I gotta go A. I'm not banning a Captain America. I'm just not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just not doing that. Cloak. I'm not banning a Cloak either. I think Cloak is good. I feel like they buffed her like total heals in terms of how much heals she does within the game. But I didn't see no patch notes on Cloak. So I feel like she does more total heals, but does she keep people alive more? No. No, I just feel like you just do more heals over time, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what they did. Maybe it's like when you touch somebody and somebody's close to it, what you touch, it does more in that situation to those other guys. I personally don't really know what it is, but it does feel like Cloak's healing got buffed a little bit in terms of the total amount. But you're not really gonna be like, if somebody's like out damaging your heals, it's still gonna be kind of the same. Like where people's gonna be killing them. You're not gonna be keeping people alive in that situation. You just can do pretty much the most heals on her, I feel like. If that makes sense. You just don't do a lot of heals fast. If that also makes sense. So I'ma probably say Cloak is A though, still. I think having a Cloak on your team is pretty nice. You get to I do think she has one of the more counterable healing ults in the game. It really is weird. Her and Invisible Woman are really close to me now. I don't think they're touching another the two top healers in my opinion anymore. Or really three, which we gonna get into, but I must say Cloak is A. Doctor Strange, they tried to nerf Doctor Strange. I think that they still nerfed him, but I still think he's pretty good for what he already did. Now, in terms of nerfing his hope, I also think that also helped him against people like Wolverine. Wolverine already still destroys him. Iron Fist, they kind of nerfed him for that because he has less health. So technically, it takes more hits for those characters to kill him. But at the same time, those characters still counter him because he's just countered by melee characters, dive characters. It's just what it is. So I would probably say it's tough to say Doctor Strange is not S. I'm gonna still say he's S. I still think Doctor Strange is an S tier tank or a character, to be honest. I'm gonna put him an A. No, I'm gonna keep him S. I still think he's S. I still think he's S. Like they just nerfed how easy it is for him to get kills and his survivability, but he's still very good at surviving, keeping your teammates alive. Countering ults is still, like, in my opinion, out of all the tanks, he's still probably the best tank in the game at countering ults. Which is, at the end of the day, like, ults in this game kind of, like, changed the game. That's, like, they kind of decide the game. And if you have a tank that's really good at countering them, I think that's S, personally. Emma Frost. I think Emma Frost is good. She has one of the best team-ups in the game, by the way. I don't see a lot of people use it, even though everybody likes, really, like, every game I'm playing against the Emma Frost. But I do think Emma Frost has, like, a combination of a lot. She got melees, she got grabs, which I don't know if any character really has a grab in the game. She got stuff that other characters should have, like the fact that she can kick people into wall and it does a damage from kicking them and then hitting the wall. Thor 100% should have that. But she also has, like, area damage where, like, if she puts some down, if you're within the area of the thing that she puts down, the little crystal, that can be, like, counter for a lot of dive stuff. She has, like, her main thing for doing damage, it has, like, a boost. It scales up, and as it keeps scaling up, you do more damage over time. And then the ult, it pretty much is a counter for any ult. So, yeah, but I will say, within your ult, you can't really do anything. So, if you're going against a Penny, and they just do the grab on you, you're out your ult. Mantis, they do the sleep on you, you out your ult. It's just a lot of ways to counter the ult. So, I don't think the ult is that crazy, personally. I would probably say, and then the shield wall, you can use it in a lot of ways. You can use it like a Groot wall to, like, block people from healing your tanks. You can use it as, like, you can use it as a shield to counter ults. You can use it in a lot of ways, in my opinion. I think that's a really good thing. I think that's one of the more skill-based things in her tech. So, I don't want to put all the tanks S tier. I don't. I'm going to put her A. I'm going to put her... I would rather Captain America for sure. I'm gonna put her A though. I'm gonna put her A. Groot might be the best tank in the game. He might be the best tank in the game right now. With the nerf to Strange, he might be the best tank in the game. With the walls, not only blocking people from healing, just doing even more damage. You play against a good Groot, he can break the game. Now, that's why I think the buff to Iron Fist was so important, and Wolverine, because people love banning Wolverine, bro. Like, Iron Fist is he can destroy these tanks now, bro. He can destroy these tanks, so you can counter Groot with stuff like that. But I do think Groot probably is the best tank in the game. The only reason I'm gonna say he's not is because of the team ups. Hulk gets team ups. Hulk get is crazy, bro. I think both of those characters are super bannable. I'm gonna actually bring Doctor Strange down. Now I'm keeping him up there, bro. I'm keeping him up there, personally. But yeah, I do think that's the order I will put it in right now. I think there's a lot of stuff you can do with Groot. You got one of the best ults in the game. And you got the most health in the game, but in certain situations that can be your counter because you have so much health. These characters that kind of do health percentage, health damage, it's just not gonna be great for you. But yeah, shout out to Groot. Hawkeye, they buff Hawkeye. They buffed his ult. They buff Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye's good. I don't think he's crazy though. I would put Hawkeye B. I would put Hawkeye B. I don't think he's crazy. I don't think he's like top end of the game. Honestly, I keep forgetting with Hawkeye, bro. He's the only character that from any distance, he can pretty much one-shot any non-tank. So, I don't think he can one-shot Mr. Fantastic. I think that's the... I'm trying to think, is there anybody else he can't just one-shot? But outside of, yeah, I'm gonna go A, bro, because he's literally like that is pretty broken. So yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He can one shot pretty much any character in the game. Hela is one of the best ults in the game. I'm gonna actually put her above Doctor Strange, even though Doctor Strange can completely counter her ult, but the ability to two shot from any distance, hit scan as well, S, in my opinion. And that's another thing that kind of holds back Black Widow and Hawkeye in my eyes, because it's like, in my opinion, if you're not one-shotting at a really high rate on Hawkeye, and if you're not playing with a Hawkeye and you're on Black Widow, I personally don't see the point of using those two characters if you can just use Hela. Hela is 10 times easier to use. She has a better kit in terms of, she has getaway ability. She has area damage ability where she can do a lot with it, and she has like a cause and effect ability where, like, if she does a little, I don't know if there's like it's called the daggers or whatever, but that, like, you're not really getting away from that. You're not getting away from that. Like, if you hit that, you're not getting away from that. Even if you want to run low health, you're pretty much dying to that. So yeah, I really think Hela is just, yeah, I think that's a clear S tier. Personally. Human Torch, I think Human Torch in the right hands is pretty good right now, man. Like, it's just that they did buff Hawkeye, and like, if more people gonna use Hawkeye, I think more people should start using Black Widow. I think if you have a Hawkeye, Black Widow is like an A tier character. Like, she pretty much can pop the Hawkeye ult as Black Widow every 30 seconds. That's pretty crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty much automatic 2 picks. Like, you can pretty much get 2 picks every 30 seconds with Black Widow with that combination, especially if you're really good with her already. So any of these flying troops, you kind of going against any of those 3, it kind of is your counter. But with that being said, I do think he is very good in a lot of situations. He had the little dive ability that he has is actually very underrated. That's a tough one. He's really good at holding positions too. Like, he's very good at holding positions. I do think that there is a skill gap on it. I would probably say, for the low end, I would say he's easier to use than Black Panther. But I do think you would get, at the top highest level, I think you would get more out of Black Panther than you would out of Human Torch, personally. And then we got Invisible Woman. In my opinion, I would say Invisible Woman is at the top of A. Like, yeah, if you're going against dive, you can get out of that pretty easily as Invisible Woman still. I think she still has a really good, I think she's very good. She can keep people alive. I'm gonna keep her S. Because she does pretty much everything kind of pretty much the same. You can still argue as just a healer, as just healer. She still might be the best in the game. She can push people off the map. She can push people away when they want to ult. You can pull people in. You can do a lot of stuff with her ult. She got the little area damage she can do. She got a lot to her kit. So I'll keep her S. I just feel like there's 3 better healers, or support characters, should I say, in the game. Iron Fist. In my honest opinion, brother, I genuinely think Iron Fist is the most well-rounded dive character in the game now. Personally, I really do. I think that there's so much he can do now in terms of tank busting, in terms of attacking the back line. He's like, he can block. He can counter ults by blocking them. There's so much that he can do, bro. He can heal himself. He can give himself that extra shield. They nerfed the shield he can get, and they nerfed the certain amount of damage he can do for each single hit. But at the same time, they buffed it with how much he can pretty much do to tanks. But he can still counter, like, he can still dive the healers very easily. He can still attack. Like, it's a lot of characters that's very good in this game now. Like, Moon Knight got a buff. For whatever reason, he got a buff. I think Iron Fist is one of the better characters in the game for countering him. Like, it's just so much you can do with Iron Fist, bro. Like, and I've played with somebody that is very good with him, and I've played with people that's not that good with him. I still would say he's an S tier character. And I would personally put him over Groot. personally. I think, bro, that he does so much. Like, if you play with a good Iron Fist, in my opinion, that is more game changing than a Groot. Because I'm gonna be honest, if you're playing a Groot and you're going against Iron Fist destroys you. Especially if y'all the same skill level at both characters, Iron Fist just destroys you, in my opinion. But especially since Groot is not the best. If Groot was the best tank, I'd probably give it the nod, because tank, in my opinion, is more important than DPS in this game. But with the Hulk team up, and I feel like a lot of people are just gonna be picking that, but I think a Hulk team up with Groot is really, like, that's really broken right now. But yeah, that's what I say. Iron Man, in my opinion, is very good. Just what it is very good. Now, only thing I say about Hulk, though, Hulk is getting banned at a high rate, but Iron Man is still very good. It's just very easy to counter Iron Man. Like, you got the Spider-Man, you got the Hela, Hawkeye, Black Widow. You got so many, bro. Iron Fist can counter them. Iron Fist can counter pretty much any flyer in the game. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, he has a pretty much unlimited flying tech where he can just keep kicking up and attacking up and just stay up. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Iron Fist is one of the more underrated characters in the entire game. I'm not gonna lie. And I think the team up that he has, which I believe is the best healing, that allows her to pretty much counter dive for her to just be able to survive that at a really high rate as well. So that's another reason why I do think Iron Fist is up there as well. Iron Man, honestly, bro, it's been one of the more broken team ups. The ease of how easy it is to use Iron Man is very high. The ult is one of the best ults in the game at getting picks. The only thing I say is, bro, it is very easy to counter the ult. Like I said, you got Emma Frost now you can counter it with. You got, I mean, you can technically counter it with Groot. You can pop the shields on your teammates and yourself if you're Hulk or Magneto, Doctor Strange. You can counter it with Iron Fist blocking it. You can counter it with Captain America. It's a lot of ways you can counter this ult. Be honest. And you can just kill him when you hear him say it. It's not hard to kill an Iron Man, because he's just gonna sit still in that moment that he's doing it. So yeah, I think it's good. It's a good ult, but certain areas of the game, it's not that great. So yeah. Like, I feel like that's another reason why, like, Adam Warlock, bro, if you're going to get an Iron Man, he can just ult it. He can just ult it. That's another thing I say. I'd probably still put Iron Man A, and I would put him here. I think he's one of the best DPS in the game, but it's just so easy to counter him. Like, Iron Fist is not easy to counter at all. Like, even if you talking about Namor, like, it's not very easy to counter him. Like, that, like, Namor counters Iron Man too. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with the Hulk team up, Namor pretty much counters everybody in the game. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Jeff. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of coming around to Jeff. I think Jeff the ult. I think the ult is very good. Honestly, bro. I think the ult is very good. I think the survivability on Jeff is very high. The only thing is, like, its best use of Jeff is countering. So I think if you playing with a dive, I think Jeff is very, very good. I think he might be one of the better healer for dive. The only thing I say is, as trying to play Jeff in, like, higher levels, I'm not gonna lie, he don't do a lot of heals. He can, I mean, if your teammates and you got good chemistry, you can't keep people alive, because them bubbles do a lot of heals, instant heals too. It's just not on the same level as some of these other characters at keeping people alive. I would say Jeff is a B. I would say Jeff is a B. Where would I put him in B? I'll put him here. I think Black Panther at the highest level has a little bit more viability, but I will say Jeff ult is better. It's not, Jeff is one of those ults that's like, it has counters, but it's not the easiest counter ult in the game, in my opinion. And then Loki, I think Loki just the best character in the game, brother. He can just do so many things, bro. They nerfed him a little bit with the orbs. Now it takes him a little bit longer, but for some reason they nerfed his countdown less than they nerfed the soul bond, which is crazy, because Loki was the best character in the game. Now the thing is with Loki, bro, he don't have that greatest team ups. He has a team up with Hela where if she gets a pick, he comes right back. But like, I mean, that's good, but like, in my opinion, it's not the craziest. I think it's good though. It is good. Nah, because like anything that kind of revives you is good. But what I say is the ability to pretty much copy anyone's ult, and I think Loki probably gets his ult the fastest in the game, is pretty high. It's pretty high. And he's one of the best supports at keeping your teammates alive. Is he the best support at healing? He's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie right now. He's pretty good. But is he the best at keeping people alive? In my opinion, no. In my opinion, no. Especially if the other team just knows, and especially when I do think the reason why they did buff Moon Knight in a way was because of Loki. But I also think that they realized they was adding more turrets to Namor, so they had to buff bro too, because that's only one of the only ways you can kind of counter Namor is a Moon Knight. So yeah, I'm gonna say Loki S tier, top of S. Luna Snow, in my opinion, S tier. I think these two are fighting neck and neck, bro, for best support in the game. In my opinion, I think those two are the ones I would personally pick right now today as the best support. It's another one that I think a lot of people think is the best. I think that those two are the best though. In my opinion, I think Luna has the best ult in the game. Just straight that simple. It's one of the hardest ults to counter. It's one of the hardest ults to kill. Like, it's times where I get up to 500 health in my ult. It's times where I get up to 375. It's times where it don't really go up that much. But bro, it keeps everybody alive at a high rate. If you play with good tanks, they gonna be help you keep you alive against the couple counters that they have to this ult. It's a couple. Like Iron Man counters it. Any like super high damage fast ult pretty much counters it. But it's not very easy. Like Magneto, you can't kill her. You can't kill her. Like unless somebody's just giving you damage, is pretty hard. I haven't had it happen to me. Let me say that. But yeah, I'm gonna say Luna S. And then Magic. I personally think Magic is the best dive in the game, but I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely rather go against a Magic than a Spider-Man. 10 times I'd rather go against a Magic than an Iron Fist. And if I'm banning characters, I'm definitely banning Spider-Man before Magic. But I think they're both really bannable. But Spider-Man can really like break the game. So I'm gonna say Magic. I'm gonna still say she S. No, I'm gonna put her A. I'm gonna put her A. Magic probably is S though. I'm gonna put her S. I'm gonna put her right there with Hela. I'm gonna actually raise her above Doctor Strange. Magneto. I think Mag still has really high survivability. I think he can do some good damage too. And I think I kind of chatted a little bit on his ult. I think his ult is very good because he can like mitigate damage. Like he can, like if you putting damage into his ult, he pretty much absorbs the damage and he outputs it. But he can't. It's not an auto one shot. That's the only thing I say. I wish it was an auto one shot with the more damage that you absorb. But it's not an auto one shot. So that's just what it is. But with Mag, I would probably say, I think Groot and Hulk are better. I would probably say Mag is right here. I'd probably say Mag is right there. Especially with the team up that he get with Emma, he's very good. He got a pretty good team up too with Emma. I'm not gonna lie. But I would still only say he's there. I would still say Groot and Hulk are better right now. Mantis, they buff Mantis. He does more heals, and you can pretty much stack the heal time, so you can heal people for longer. I think Mantis is one of the best healers in the game for dive because you don't have to be right next to people. You can just put it on somebody for a certain amount of time, and they can just go. It's pretty that simple. And she can buff people. She can put people to sleep. She can buff herself. She has an ult that pretty much helps the movement for dive. She can keep people alive with her ult. She's a pretty good character, brother. She's a pretty good character. I would say Mantis is A. I think she's very good right now. I think she's very, very good right now. Then Mr. Fantastic. I'm going to be honest. Mr. Fantastic is a character that I probably will put too low. I'm going to put Mr. Fantastic A. I'm going to put him right in between Cloak, right in between Captain America. I think that Mr. Fantastic is in a very interesting spot right now after buffing his ult. I don't think his ult. I mean, honestly, I feel like they last a little longer now, to be honest, in some aspects. But the just the viability of the survivability that you get from the ult, like he already had a really high survival rate, but now he has his ult where he can pretty much use, kind of similar to how Hulk will use his ult when he's finna die. He can just pop his ult. You can do that with Mr. Fantastic very easily. Now they tried to nerf the big version, but you don't really get it that much slower if you know what you're doing. You pretty much get it at the same rate, in my opinion. You can definitely feel the slower movement. So I will say the bigger version is not as OP because it's so much easier to hit you now. And it don't feel like you get as much shield either when you're in the big version consistently. Like I used to get up to 900 almost every time. It sometimes don't go that high. It goes that high, but it doesn't always go that high. But Mr. Fantastic, in my opinion, is right now I'm going against him a lot. Like I used to go against Thor every game, which we will get into. But I'm going against Mr. Fantastic at a high rate right now, which is kind of surprising and kind of crazy. Moon Knight, in my opinion, is the best DPS in the game. I will put him above Iron Fist, but I'm not going to lie. It's probably going to be kind of similar to Groot. I think Groot is the best tank in the game, but because of the team-ups, he probably won't finish as the highest DPS in the game. So let me say that. But they buffed his ult for whatever reason. It lasts longer and it does more damage. So I don't know why they did that. And they tried to make him a little bit better against dive. So like when you hit the LT, or I don't know what button it is on PC or L2 on PlayStation, you pretty much get shield when you do that ability. So shout out to the game, people that made the game. I don't know why they buffed Moon Knight, but he is very, very good right now. And he's one of the best characters in the game for going against who probably is the best DPS, if you don't want to say him, and who probably is the best character in the game, which is Loki. So, yeah. And then we got Namor. I personally think Namor is here, brother. Like, Namor with the turret is crazy. He pretty much already countered every dive in the game. He already countered every flyer in the game. Like, they gave him even more ease of use. You have a pretty much get out that jams button every single time with the little shield that you get. There's so much you get with Namor, honestly, bro. There's just so much you get with Namor. So, I would personally say that's tough. Yeah, I would say I'm gonna keep him there. His ult isn't the craziest. That's the only thing I say. His ult isn't the craziest, but like, it's still very good because you earthbound and stuff like that. You can't jump and stuff like that. So I would still say it's pretty good. So yeah, yeah. Penny, I really like Penny a lot, to be honest. I don't want to just throw every tank up there at the top, but I really like Penny a lot. I like Penny a lot. I think buffing her health kind of makes her a lot more viable. She got critical hit chance now, so she can do more damage. She can kill people a lot faster. I like Penny a lot. I don't know if she's S tier though. That's the issue. I don't know if she's S tier. But she might be S tier. But I will put... Honestly, I'm putting her above... I'm going to bring Doctor Strange down. I'm going to just bring him down. And honestly, I'm going to bring him behind Captain America. Honestly, I'm going to bring him over him. And then... Penny, I'm going to just keep her here. Because I probably just have too many in S to begin with. So, yeah. Psylocke, they pretty much buffed her with the team up. But outside of that, they didn't really do much to her. She's just really, really good right now. I don't think her ult is that crazy, but it is good. Like, if you're going against healers, it is good. Like, whether you get a kill on a healer or you make a healer pop their ult. So, I think that's good. But... you at that point, if you get somebody to pop their ult, it's not really wasting their ult if nobody makes that like a wasteful ult. Like if you don't have another person on your team that's like makes that a wasteful ult, them popping their ult. So yeah, But yeah, Psylocke, I would probably say because of the team up. The team up does a lot for her. I won't lie. I would personally put her. I'd probably put her here. Put her A. I'd probably put her A. She's very good, but she's not broken or anything, in my opinion. So yeah. And then I'm actually put her. Nah, I'm gonna keep her there. Rocket is S. Wearing S though. I'm gonna actually put Rocket right behind Hela. You could argue all three of these could probably go down, but Rocket is definitely S. He's debatable. I see some people saying he's the best healer in the game, support character in the game. I do like the buff they did with the ult where now it can heal your teammates and you can go up to 400 shield. So like it kind of makes a lot of your teammates not really one shot in a lot of situations too. So that's really good. I really like what they did with him. They changed the way his stuff heals too. So I like all the changes they really did with Rocket. They tried to. Some people say they nerfed him at the same time, but I really think he's still very much buffed. So I really like the Rocket. Now I think he's one of the best healers in the game. I don't think he's better than Luna or Loki personally. I think those are the two best, but I do think he's up there. I definitely think it's debatable. I think it's more debatable with him and Invis though. I think Invis, honestly, I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Healbot Rocket, like he can pretty much spam his ult. So I ain't gonna lie. Rocket is an interesting one. I ain't gonna lie. He is an interesting one. So yeah. And we got Wanda. Wanda got a really good team up with Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange does get picked, to be honest. Especially with the bans to Hulk. Like, you're gonna be playing with Doctor Strange still. So I'm gonna say Wanda. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's actually a very tough one. Man, that's a very tough one. Wanda. I ain't even thought about this one. Because, like, her ult is literally elo. Like, high elo is not good. Like, it's so easy to kill off. Low elo, you're getting a kill every single time. You may kill the whole team. But it's so easy to counter and just kill off, to be honest. So, that's a tough one. That's actually a pretty tough one. And they nerfed her survivability. I didn't really like that. I'll probably put her right there with Black Panther. I think her and Black Panther are very similar. Somebody had made a good point on her ult and Black Panther's ult, and I kind of do agree. I still think her ult is better, because like if you don't pretty much if you let her get it off, it's pretty much a kill, an auto kill. Black Panther could literally go against people, and they don't even care about him, and he don't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? That literally is a possibility. So I probably would still rather hers, but like if you really know what you're doing with Black Panther, you're pretty much automatically getting a kill with his ult. That's kind of the difference, I would say. And Wanda, you can pretty much automatically get a kill if your teammate's healing you, but like it does kind of differ on that one. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll put her B. I do like the team up that she gets though. I actually may put her A. Yeah, I'm gonna put her A because of the team up that she gets with Strange. Yeah, I'm gonna put her A. And then Spider-Man, I'm gonna put him right here. He's one of the most bannable characters because of how annoying he is. He can pull people off the map, so it's just really what it is. He can destroy the healers. He can do so much, but like with Namor being so good, like it's just kind of what it is. It's kind of easy to counter him too. It's just, what do you counter him with without Namor though? That would be the thing, I would say. I guess Wanda counters all the flyers too. So yeah, Wanda. But like them nerfing her survivability kind of hurts her. So yeah. Squirrel Girl is easily one of the easiest characters in the game to use. She can spam her ult. Squirrel Girl is really good. Especially if you got like another dive on your team. Like say for instance, you playing Squirrel Girl, you got like a Spider-Man, a Magic, a Iron Fist. You're chilling, brother. You're chilling. Like you're chilling. You're getting kills. Without one of those, it can be interesting to be honest. Depending on what you're playing with, how good your team is. I would say Squirrel Girl is pretty good though. I would put her above Mr. Fantastic for sure. I would put her above Mr. Fantastic for sure. I'll put her over these two. I don't know if I would put her S. I don't know if I would put her S. Star-Lord. Star-Lord, in my opinion, is not S tier anymore. I think it was a very balanced character, but like in my opinion, there's more ults, support ults that he really can't do anything with now, and he's just more counterable than ever, in my opinion. So that kind of nerfs him, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is, bro. He's just more counterable than ever, in my opinion. But if you know what you're doing with him, he's still very good. So I would say Star-Lord is here. Nah, I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put him here. Storm is still good. Storm is still very good. I think I would still say she's the best flyer. She's still very good. One of the best ults in the game. Does Storm even have a team up? If she does, I'm asleep. Oh no, she has to team up with Human Torch. So I'ma say that's a tougher one. I'ma say for Storm, I'ma go. This is a tougher one. I'm not gonna put her S. I'm gonna put her A. I think her and Squirrel Girl, I would probably say Squirrel Girl over Storm. Low key, because I feel like it's just harder to counter a Squirrel Girl than it is to counter a Storm, in my opinion. And they're both really good. So I'll put them A. I feel like Storm, you kind of got to wait for your ult a little bit more. And Storm kind of is the best counter for all the flying characters, in my opinion, too. Like in terms of if you're Storm versus a Human Torch, I expect the Storm to win that. If it's a Storm versus an Iron Man, I expect Storm to win that. But I will say Iron Man probably is easier to use than Storm right now. So I can understand that if somebody wants to say that. So I'm gonna keep them in the same tier. So if somebody wants to say Iron Man is better, I'm not tripping on that. That's what it means. Like if something is in that same tier, I can see somebody saying it's better. I can understand it. Punisher. I really don't understand why Punisher doesn't get used more. Like he has one of the better ults in the game. He has a lot of balance to his character. Like if somebody pull up close, he still got one of the better team ups in the game with the Rocket team up. I think that I still would probably say, especially with how popular Rocket is too. Like you're pretty much gonna play with a Rocket every game. I would probably put him. I'll probably put him up there, brother. I'll put him up there. Like the shotgun, the fully auto, the turret. It's so many ways you can use him, play him. I think he's very good, personally. And then this is like the counter dive tank. Even though they kind of did nerf it, but it's still good. They did nerf it though, I won't lie. They did nerf it. I would personally rather play with a Penny and a Captain America than a Thing, but all three of these are very good. All three are really good, but it's like the Thing, if you playing against Dive and you're not putting on the Thing, you're kind of trolling your team, to be honest. That's just my opinion, but yeah. Thor, I'm gonna be honest, as a Thor person, man, they just really like it's pretty much they buffed him, but at the same time, like he's just nowhere near as viable as these other tanks, in my opinion, in the game now, man. Just what it is, and it's sad, but it's kind of just what it is. I will put Thor at the top of B though. I think that the tanks are just very good. Like they're all very, very balanced right now. You got like some in S, some in A, but for the most part, Thor probably gonna be the only one that's not in those top two tiers. That's just what it is. And he probably has the weakest ult out of all the tanks too. which is debatable, to be honest. But yeah, Venom. Venom is alright to me. I would put Venom. I would put Venom. I'll put Venom right here. I would rather a Venom than a Captain America, or a Captain America than a Venom. But I'd rather a Venom more than a Thing. But if I'm playing Dive, I'd rather a Thing than every other tank in the game. But it's just so situational. So it's just, yeah. But if it was pre-buff, the Thing would probably be ass still. Because the Thing has a way better ult. It's just a lot more stuff to him than Venom. But I definitely rather Venom than Thing right now, personally. Bucky, they nerfed Bucky. So I honestly don't think he's just as good as he was. Personally, he don't got to team up with Rocket no more. You can't pull people in as frequently anymore. And you don't get as much shield anymore off using your abilities. And your ult is not as powerful anymore. So it's not like automatic kill anymore. I feel like it was as close to having a team of winning a team fight. Bucky's ult was probably like one of the best ults in the game for winning a team fight. It's not an automatic kill no more. It doesn't do as much damage, and the little point that you have to get it to is no longer like that high. They lowered that as well. So I would say Bucky is an A. I would put him though. I'll put him right there with Star-Lord. I think he's still better than Star-Lord. Honestly, probably put him Star-Lord above him. I'll probably put Star-Lord above him. And then Wolverine. Wolverine, in my opinion, that's a tougher one, but they did nerf his ability to displace characters. And with them nerfing like Thor, he probably is still, even though they nerfed it, he probably still is the best character in the game at displacing characters. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this with Luna. I will say this. Luna, if she plays with an Iron Fist, like, it makes it 10 times harder to dive her too. So that is another thing that I like about her. I feel like her survivability out that is not as high, but it's still pretty good. Like, if you know how to utilize your claps and all that stuff, I feel like she's still pretty good. And she gets her ult pretty fast, considerable to other support characters besides Loki and Cloak. Cloak and Loki, they get their shit in there auto. Not gonna lie. But Wolverine, I feel like the disparity between a good and a bad Wolverine is so high. Like, I really don't even care if I play against a Wolverine, but if you play against a good Wolverine, you might have lost, man. I'm not gonna lie, you might have lost. He's in that debate for the best DPS in the game because what he does to tanks. Like, he's still, like, Iron Fist is a good tank buster, but Wolverine is still the best tank buster. It's what it is. With that being said, though, I would put Wolverine. I think Iron Fist is the better overall character, though. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Where would I rank him? I feel like him and Spider-Man are very similar. Like, you can play against a really bad Spider-Man, but if you play a really good Spider-Man, good luck. Those two are kind of the same. Whereas Punisher, his skill gap is high, but like, if you play with a bad Punisher, like, the margin for error is so much, like, it's so much easier to use him compared to those other two characters, in my opinion. So it's kind of tough, but at the highest level, you play like against a really good Punisher, it's like, yeah, that's a problem too. I don't know if it's as game-changing as a Wolverine or Spider-Man, though, if you play against really good. So I'll look, you put him lower than both of those. And yeah, that's gonna be my tier list right there. That's my tier list right there. A lot of S, a lot of A, not that many B, not that many C, but that just tells you really the balance of the game. There's only a couple characters that's not really in balance, like one support in B, one support in C, one tank at all outside of S or A. I do think, bro, I don't know what's the most important, I guess, category or division in the game. Tank, DPS, or support. I really don't. I do know that DPS is the least important, but I'm not gonna lie. There's some games where if your team's not getting picks, DPS might be the most important in that game. So it really does depend a lot on how you and your team plays. But at the end of the day, it's just Marvel Rivals. Y'all do want more videos like this? Like the video, subscribe if you're new though. Further ado though, your boy Fitz, man. I'm out there, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!